Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video where I'm gonna be playing Don't Get Sniffed. But here's the thing. What the fuck? Alright, let me clear my throat. Let me give you some detail on what's gonna happen. So I'm gonna be, playing this game, and I chose this game because I didn't want to play good horror game while I didn't have my computer. And yes, I still don't have my computer. And I even posted a poll saying like what video you guys wanted me to do, and you know most of the population, not really, because it was only like two people that voted. But anyways, they voted the Whispering Pines video, and honestly, for that I do need my computer because I do my editing. I mean, my super professional person editor that I pay $100 an hour does the editing. Which I don't have my computer for that. While I play this game, I'm also gonna talk about what's happening and what happened to my computer. So it's gonna be like a story time for you guys. So I can at least have a video that I keep on posting because I don't want to stop posting anytime soon, or like I don't want to stop. I just don't want to stop posting. I want to keep things consistent. And honestly, like hopefully this works out. I know like my mic is trash, and I know like I'm playing on my phone because this is the only thing I have. I know like the great Emo says playing on his phone, he always says phone is trash, and it fucking is trash. I don't like playing on my phone. I fucking hate it. I don't like it at all. I don't like the mechanics. I don't like how I don't like it. I need my computer, and I've been wanting my computer, and I need my computer, and I can't live without my computer. Anyways, all right, we can start, and then I'll start the little story time. I'll try not to get distracted because I can't multitask like that. So basically, what happened was that I wanted to put more storage in my computer, and I was too scared on doing it by myself. Like I was too scared to open my computer by myself and put in what needed to be basically put in the physical storage into my computer. And I was too fucking scared to do that on my own because I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to break it. I don't want to fuck it up, right? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it to the place where I bought it, which was at Best Buy, right? I bought it at Best Buy. Because like that's the only place I could really think of where good computers are at. I don't know any other store aside from like, the actual Apple store and stuff like that. But I don't do MacBooks. I always hated MacBooks, Chromebooks, all that shit, their ass. Like, go get yourself a good gaming laptop, even if it's for schoolwork, you'll get a lot more benefits and you were to like get a gaming laptop. It has a lot of stuff um you could experiment with, you can like play with more features available. Maybe unnecessary for you, but it's something good to have just in case in the future if you want to do something more than what a MacBook could handle before it fucking pops in your face by running like a simple game like Roblox. Um, so going back to the storyline here, um, I took it to Best Buy to the Geek Squad. That's what they're called, Geek Squad. Oh, what the fuck? Okay. And I was like, hey, you guys, can you guys um I went up to them and I was like, "Hey, I want to put in storage to my computer. Like, can you guys do it for me?" And I told them like, "I'll buy everything that's needed, like the storage, of course." And I was like, "I'll pay for your time, the fees, and everything like that, right?" Um, and then I didn't know, but I had warranty on my computer from a long, long time ago, right? And they were like, "Okay, so the work to put in the comp to put in the motherfucker. He was like the work to put in the computer to actually do like the physical labor and everything like that. He was like, "Oh, it's gonna be free, this and that." And I was like, "Okay, cool." Which I didn't have to pay for that, but I did have to pay for the 2 terabytes that I bought, right? At first, I was having some trouble finding it in the store because I was like, yo, where the fuck are they? I didn't even know what they fucking look like, right? That's how confused I was on, oh, this motherfucker's gonna come get me. Okay, three is red. I went to go buy the 2 terabytes, brought it in, and then he was like, all right, I'll be right back. to once like put in the fucking 2 TB, right? He was like, hey, how long is this gonna take? Because to me, I thought putting an SSD card was gonna take less than like fucking 20 minutes, right? Just open the computer, plug it in, and then close the computer just like that, like just that simple, right? He was like, oh, like it's gonna take up to like 3 days. That's what he said. And I was like, holy shit, 3 fucking days without my computer. Like, damn, like I don't think I could survive that long. But oh shit, the red key, I'm so dumb. Okay, it's right here. I was like, fuck. I was like, fine, that's fine. And then I just kind of hinted, like, hey, I kind of please, 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 please. I kind of hinted to him like, hey, I kind of do like projects on my computer, which my projects are, doing YouTube, right? I'm just too shy or too embarrassed to say that, oh, I do YouTube, like this and that. Like, hey, is there any chance you guys could like, kind of, finish early or something like that? Because I told him like it is an SSD card. I don't think it's gonna take that long. And then he was like, okay, let me take it to this one guy who's the actual like worker, like the ones who actually open the fucking computers and everything like that. And then they said like max by the end of the day. That's what they said, right? And I was like, cool, like I could do that. Oh, and he's coming after me, of course. And then I was like, yeah, like I could do that, like, it wasn't gonna be a big issue. Just waiting that like what, like 6 hours. And turns out they didn't finish it that same day. They were gonna, finish it. They were like, oh, I think three was right. He was like, oh shit, would you look at that? Um, he was like I got a phone call, like once I was out of Best Buy waiting for my computer, I got a phone call saying like, oh, um, yeah, so we didn't finish your computer. What the fuck? What? Whoa, what's going on? What's wrong with this guy? Please, 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 please. Oh shit. Okay. So, I got a phone call, saying like, hey, we didn't finish your computer and we're gonna get it done by tomorrow, right? So then I was like, no, yeah, sure. And then the very next day, I arrived to Best Buy. Turns out. Okay, so the guy hands me the computer. He was like, "Here you go." He tries to turn it on, but it doesn't turn on. And I thought to me, like I thought, oh, like it must be dead. Like the computer is probably dead, right? And I was like, oh, it probably needs charge. Like once I get home, I'll charge it. Like don't worry. And I just took it like that, right? I didn't really like stress about it because I was like, oh, like professionals worked on a computer. Like there's nothing to be worried about, right? So I arrived to the house. I plug it in. It's been a fat minute that's plugged in, and it doesn't turn on. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then I start investigating a little bit more. Oh shit, okay, it's right here. Open up, bitch. Okay. I start investigating a little bit more on why it doesn't turn on. And I noticed that when I plug in the computer, it doesn't even charge at all. Like it doesn't take, electricity at all. You know what I mean? And then I'm like, what the fuck? So like I'm trying to like wiggle the little connector to see if it was that, but no, nothing I did would make it, charge or turn on. And I'm like, bro, like, what do I do with this? Please, 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 please. I just got my chainsaw, bro. Like, what did these motherfuckers do to my computer? Because I was like, it's just an SSD card. It's just like a storage card that, bitch. Is there not enough players in this server? Like, what's going on? Why is he only targeting me? Um, okay, so like, I'm like, dude, like, what do they do to my computer? So then, at that very moment, I bring it back to this one guy, and it's like already like around 5, 6, around there. And then the dude is telling me like, oh hey, like it's just me, right? Like I tried explaining to him like what like happened and what's going on and everything like that. Like I received my computer like this. Like how the fuck is that possible? For me to receive my computer like non-working, you know what I mean? So I I told this guy, I'm like, hey, well, I came with my computer just to put a, storage in it, and turns out that, you know, you guys turned it into me non-working. And I was like, I don't know what you guys did. I don't know what happened. And the dude was like, "Oh, damn, that's pretty interesting." And he was like, he was talking to me, and then he was saying like, "Oh, it might be that when they were putting the storage card, that they probably moved the battery or something like that." And he was saying like, if you want, you could open the back of the computer and try taking out and plugging in the battery again. He was like, "Oh, like you could try that." Because there was nobody at Best Buy who worked on the computer, like who works on computers, you know what I mean? He was just like the front desk guy. He was a part of the Geek Squad, but he was told that he can't mess around with computers. Like he can't go into the back area with the tools and like actually like open or work on computers. So he was like, "Yeah, I can't do that. Like, I can't really help you with that." But he was like, "But if you want, you could come tomorrow, and like the dude might be here, and like who worked on your computer, and you can tell him yo, you fucked up my computer, basically, right?" So I was like, "No, yeah, sure, I'll come back tomorrow." Finally, purple door. Okay, so let me continue the story now that I found the fucking purple door. Oh hell no. So the very next day, like after me opening up my computer and like just looking at it got me a fucking headache, not knowing what the fuck I was looking at. I went back to Best Buy and with the computer, and this time it was a girl who was attending me and everything like that. And then I told her, I was like, "Hey," so I basically told her like everything that happened and everything like that. And I was like, "Hey, like you guys fucked up my computer, right?" And she was like, "Oh yeah, like we'll take a quick look at it." And I told her like, "Yeah, like it won't charge, it won't turn on, nothing like that." She was like, "Oh, we'll take a quick look at it, and 14 boogers required." I already got my 14 boogers. Okay, there we go. She was like, "Oh, we'll take a quick look at it, this, and that." And I was like, "Okay, cool." She was like, "It might take a bit." And I was like, "No, yeah, that's fine." And then she was like, "Oh, I'll be right back," just to see if they could do anything at the moment, right? So I think they opened it or something like that. I don't really know what they did because they're like in a back. It's like a whole back room with like curtains and shit like that. So it's like all pretty discreet, right? To whatever the fuck they do back there. Um, I'm patiently waiting and shit like that, and they finally come out with my computer, and then they're like, "Oh, hey, so we did something to the computer." Like they didn't really say what they did. They were like, "Oh, like we just moved things around, basically, right?" So I was like, "Okay, cool," and I was like, "So what's wrong with it? Like a fucking if I brought my kid into a doctor, right?" I was like, "So what's wrong with it, doctor?" So I need to 30.
Consumes your very soul.
What? What does that do? Fuck. I was like, "What's wrong with it?" And then she was like, "Oh, well, we moved things. We checked it out. Didn't really see what." They were like, "Oh, we checked it out, and then like we managed to make it so that like the computer could kind of turn on." And then like she was explaining to me that oh, like right now, like if you plug in the computer, like you could turn it on now. I don't know what to say. So like if you plug in the computer, it turns on, but if you unplug it, it completely turns off. Like it goes into hibernation and you can't turn it back on. And then while it's unplugged, so as long as it's plugged in, this motherfucker. As long as it's plugged in, you could turn it on, but if you were to unplug it and keep it unplugged, it's gonna automatically turn off no matter what. No matter if it's like in full charge, 100% in charge, it's gonna fucking turn off. So I was like, okay, well, my computer wasn't like this when I came and, you know, turned it in for storage, right? I was telling her like, hey, like I need to do like a school project because at that moment I did need to do a school project. And then she was like, oh, like you could like try to finish off your project and then bring it back to see if we can like fix it for because she was like, oh, we're gonna have to send it to the manufacturer, right? And then she was explaining to me the information that like I would have to pay an additional fee. It was like $99. I don't remember if it was 99 or 199. It was something like that, right? And then to my mind, I was like what the fuck? Like I need to pay an additional fee because y'all broke my computer. Like, like oh hell no. Like so like I don't want to be rude or anything like that. I don't want to be like y'all pay for that shit because y'all broke it. I don't want to be like that, right? So, at that moment, I was like, okay, like I'll test out the computer, like, and see how well it works, because like I was really
There's
thinking about it,
reportedly
because
an
like I'm an
individual
impatient
seeking
fuck, and I was like, you know what, if if all it needs to be plugged in for it to work, I'm fine with it, because I always have my computer plugged in, right? No matter what. Um.
The news has now gone rogue.
And like I went home, I did like a project and I was testing out the computer to see, like if nothing else was fucked up from it. And I was thinking about it. I was like, you know what, I might just keep it like this, you know? But then ran some other tests. Like I started playing Roblox on it because usually it heats. And then when it heats, I can turn on this little fan, the cooling system, where I don't know what the fuck that turns on. Look, I think it's supposed to turn on that portal right there. Bam. Go through here. I think I'm too slow, bro. No, 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 it's right there. It's right there. I can make it. I can make it. Boom. That's it. That was it. I escaped. Okay, cool. Ah, finally, I did it. I did it. And I did it on phone too. Chapter 2 coming soon. All right, bet. Bet. What? So, all right, let me finish the story too. Let me fucking sit down. Okay. So, I run a test. I try to turn on the fan from my computer, like, so it won't overheat, when it does heat up, because I'm running something in my computer, and the fucking button to the fan doesn't even work. And I'm like, oh no, I actually need that. That's something that I do need in my computer. And I was like, these dudes, I don't know what the fuck they did to my computer that not even buttons work on my computer. So it's like, what the fuck did they do? You know what I mean? And then like I turned my computer around to see, like to hear the computer, right? To hear the fan, to see if there's any changes, because it got to a point where I thought I was tripping about it, and I was like, maybe it's working, and I'm not even realizing it, right? I turned it around to hear the fan, and the screws to the computer are all fucked up. There's like missing screws on my computer. There's fucking, the little tabs that you put in the computer that kind of hides the screws. That shit's, them bitches were wrongly placed. It was all messed up. It was like so messed up. And I was like so disappointed. I was like, bro, these people are fucking messy. Like, if I ever have a problem with my computer, I'm not coming to them. Like, that subscription, the fucking warranty that I have for it, it's not fucking worth it no more because of the bullshit that they be doing. At that moment, I'm like, fuck no. Like, they need to fucking fix my computer because I'm not keeping it like this. So I drive back to Best Buy. I fucking turn it in, and I'm like, listen here, motherfucker. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't say that. But like, I was like, listen up, bro. Listen up, y'all. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't like that. I was really nice. But I was like, hey, like, I told the lady, I was like, hey, like, I was planning to keep my computer how it was. Like, I was okay with it, like, being plugged in and working, but I did run, I started testing out the computer and everything like that, and some buttons don't work. And I was telling her some buttons I don't really care for, but there's one button that I do care for, and it's the cooling system to my computer. And then she was like, "Oh, damn, we gotta send it to the manufacturer." And I was like, "How long is that gonna take?" 3 weeks to 2 months, something like that. I was like, "Damn, that's really long." And she was like, "Yeah." Like, what then? She was like, "Oh, like, okay, so since we're gonna send it out to the manufacturer and everything like that, you're gonna have to pay an additional fee." And I was like, "Additional fee?" And then she was like, "Yeah, you're gonna pay like $99 because it's outside of Best Buy and we don't take care of whatever needs to be taken care of for your computer, so it's someone else." Like, I slammed on the table. No, I'm just kidding. Like, I was like, listen, like, is there like any discount? Because I didn't want to say like, yo, I don't want to fucking pay for it because you motherfuckers were the one who like broke it and shit like that. I don't want to be that way. I don't want to sound rude. I don't want to like sound like a Karen. You know what I mean? But like, it is true. Like I wasn't the one who fucking messed up the computer, right? And they're expecting ransom for that shit, right? So like, hell no. So like, politely, very politely, the most politely way I could say, is there any way I could get a discount on it because you guys were the ones who like kind of made it this way? I don't want to say like y'all fucked it up, right? Because I don't want to sound like a bitch or anything like that. I provided you guys with a computer that worked, and you guys full knowingly gave me a computer that didn't work. And then I was like, you could kind of understand why it's kind of upsetting. You know what I mean? Because like I gave you guys a good functional computer and you guys returned to me non-working computer where it's like, how could you guys do like it's unprofessional, you know what I mean? So she was like, okay, let me speak to my manager. And it was kind of embarrassing because I was like, damn, I don't want to be that guy where it's like, I want to speak to your manager or some shit like that. And they were like, oh, so turns out like we can pay for your computer and all the expenses and everything like that. And I was like, cool. Like, that sounds cool. Like, and then here's the thing, like, I think they're fucking with me now. Cause like, when it got shipped out, I got like a little tracking system on the Best Buy thing. And like at first it was like, oh, it's being shipped out to Kentucky and shit like that. And like it's being shipped out to like this place. It arrived now. And then like on April 4, I believe, it said, oh, the parts arrived to your computer and we're fixing it, right? So now it goes from April 4th to like April 12th where it changes, right? It's updated, like the little tracking system, it's updated, and then it says, "Oh, the parts arrived now, and we're working on your computer." And then I'm like, "Bro, I thought you guys said that the parts already arrived to my computer, and you guys are working on it." So it's already like April 15, where like I think it was April 15, where I received like another update on the tracking system, where it's like, "Oh, um." the parts now arrived and then we're working on your computer, and then I receive an email, oh hey, so we're waiting on a part to arrive, um that's on back order or some shit like that. I'm guessing it's like it's delayed, right? And they're like, we're gonna wait until the order like to arrive so we can continue working on your computer. And I'm like, you motherfuckers keep saying parts like this part arrived from my computer. And it's like I don't think my computer needs that many parts. You know what I mean? It's like, I guess I better get new fucking keys, a fucking new screen, a fucking new everything if y'all ordering that many fucking parts to my computer, right? another. I send them an email, right, saying like, "Hey, you guys keep saying the parts are arriving and everything like that, but like, it's like you guys aren't updating me on what you guys are doing to my computer because today is what? Let me remove that. Today's April 21st, right? Um, and like." I'm like, hey, you guys, it's been a really fat minute since I've received any real update or any estimate, like time of when I'm gonna receive my computer and what you guys are doing to my computer and everything like that. And I don't know what's going on. And you guys are giving me vague answers. You know what I mean? Like, oh, like we're doing like not even we're doing this. It's just like services are being continued on your computer to fix it. And that's it. That's all I'm getting, right? So they don't even reply to that shit. And I'm like, bro, are you fucking kidding me? And it's where like today I ended up calling them and then I was like, yo, what the fuck is going on with my computer? I'm like expecting answers, like my emails aren't being answered, and then fucking you guys are giving me vague answers and all that shit. And then there was this really nice lady and she was like, oh, so like we did order a part to your computer and it should arrive by tomorrow. That's what she said, right? um and then I was like, okay. And then I was like, when do you think I could have my computer returned to me? Was like, oh, well, once we receive the part to your computer, we can work on it, which might take up to a day to 2 days. And then she was like estimating like the whole thing, like the arrival back to like the Best Buy location where I turned it in. And then she was like, max by the end of this week. And then she was like, maybe even less. Okay, anyways, like, but like, I'd be like tweaking too, because I don't have my fucking computer. Like, and I need to post, right? I need to keep posting on YouTube. Like, because I like being entertaining. Like, I like when you guys comment on my videos. I like everything like that. I like the fact that I'm starting to get like a little community going on. You know what I mean? And I know I'm not the biggest fucking YouTuber out there or anything like that, or like expecting to blow up anytime soon. But like, I just like that I keep increasing the numbers for my subscribers. You know what I mean? And I appreciate all of you who sticked around. You know what I mean? I do appreciate that. And right now I do have 70, which is amazing to me. Like I'm like super happy. Like every single day I wake up, I go into the studio, like YouTube Studio app, and I look at how many subscribers I have, and it's like, oh, you got 70, and like the next day I have like 71. And like I just like it. Like I love looking at those numbers. I'm like, damn, like that's a lot to me, right? Maybe not to other people because they have like over 100,000 subscribers or some shit like that, right? But like to me, it's like, damn, that's a lot, and like it's gonna keep increasing. Hopefully it keeps increasing. You know what I mean? So like, my goal right now is to reach just 100, a simple, plain old 100. And to me, that's like a lot, and I'm gonna do like a whole special video if it gets to 100, where I'm gonna be not really revealing myself because you guys, I'm pretty sure you already know what I look like. I already have my Instagram and a link to my YouTube, so like I'm pretty sure you guys already know what the fuck I look like. What's it called? Um, so yeah, we'll do a whole separate video on that. Once I reach 100 subscribers, thanks to you guys, I really do appreciate it. I try to comment and reply to every single one of you guys who do comment. And I do want to say that, like, you guys should keep commenting on my videos. It's like it motivates me a lot. And I'm very appreciative of that. And so yeah, that's basically the story. Right now, I'm still waiting on my computer. Like, and I'd be looking tweaking, like I'd be fucking depressed every single day I wake up without my computer. Like it's my everything, like I'd be irritated because I don't have my computer. Like I'd be so frustrated because I don't have my computer. Like I don't get to post as much. Like all I get to do is just basically do the little post, like the little comment post on YouTube, and that's basically pretty much it. But hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. I know it's not the most enjoyable that I've posted, Which once I get my computer, I'm gonna do another Whispering Pines video on that because the editings are super good. At least to me, I really like editing that or those type of like videos. But yeah, I hope you guys kind of enjoyed this video. Comment if you have any questions. Comment if you know have any comments, concerns, or anything like that. I know the mic and playing on my phone is pretty like nasty looking. Like I really don't like playing on my phone, especially because I have the fucking walking thing right here. Like I don't like how it's on the screen or like the buttons on the screen. I really don't like that. But if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you guys want me to do more story times to like different things of experiences in my life, you guys should comment that down. Which, like, a second thing is that me and Chris, like, are planning to do something like that where we talk about like our life experiences and everything like that, or crazy moments and shit like that. Like, but in a different channel. I'm not gonna say what the channel is called or anything like that. It's just for you guys to kind of like find it on your own. But yeah, we're kind of working on that. Right now we're brainstorming. But if you guys want to see that, in the future, like, comment, if you guys have any tips or you guys, have anything or any knowledge of like what the fuck Best Buy is doing and like, yeah, just like comment. Like that's all y'all need to do. Comment, like, I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.